Brewer into second, Joe Gotze in third. Here comes Mike Myers into fourth spot. Jeff Arnold Jr. on the bottom. Bill Sheets on the outside. They're side by side for fourth. Sheets takes over fourth position. Whitney, your leader down the backstretch. Brewer sits in second spot. Joe Gotze in third. Bill Sheets in fourth. Jeff Arnold Jr. in fifth spot. As we complete 2 laps, Chad Stapleton splits Hildebrand and Cottine as he's coming up through the pack after starting on the tail. Up front, it's still John Whitney, your leader. Joe Brewer in second. Bill Sheets slides up in front of Gotze to take over that third spot. So Bill Sheets up to third, Gotze back to fourth. Jeff Arnold Jr. sits in fifth, but here comes Chad Stapleton from the tail. Stapleton now slides up the racetrack into that fifth spot. Arnold back to sixth. Mike Myers in seventh position. Up front, it's still John Whitney, your leader. Joe Brewer in second. Bill Sheets in third. Joe Gotze in fourth spot. Chad Stapleton now gotten his clear of the pack. He's up to fifth position. Top 5 cars all on a rail on the outside of the racetrack. So Whitney still our leader. Brewer in second. Bill Sheets all over him. Sheets a little sideways off of 2 that time. So Chad Stapleton closing the ground. Again, Whitney catching up to the back of the pack. Most of the back markers are running the bottom of the racetrack where your top 5 cars are on the top side. So Whitney up front, still Brewer in second. Followed by Sheets, Gotze. And now Gotze's got his hands full as Chad Stapleton looks to the outside of him off of 3. And right, your leader in some very heavy traffic. So John Whitney has to go to the bottom of the racetrack. Bill Sheets puts a slider on Joe Brewer to take over second spot. Your leader's in very heavy traffic now. Whitney gets past the first couple of lap cars. Bill Sheets up to second. Joe Gotze now up to third. Brewer back to fourth. Chad Stapleton right there in fifth, going to be halfway this time by 15 in, 15 to go for your leader. Again, leaders racing through some heavy traffic here. Whitney still out front, but Bill Sheets closing the gap on him. Again, some cars racing side by side for position in front of your leader. Meanwhile, Gotze, Brewer, and Stapleton battle for third, fourth, and fifth. Again, down the backstretch, John Whitney still in some heavy traffic in front of him. Bill Sheets has closed the gap. Joe Gotze right there in third. Brewer and Stapleton battling for fourth spot. Again, Whitney having to go to the bottom of the racetrack. Bill Sheets now going to the outside. Top 2 cars side by side down the backstretch in lap traffic. Little contact there. Whitney had to back out of it. Bill Sheets took advantage of it. Bill Sheets, your new leader. John Whitney to second. Joe Gotze in third. So Bill Sheets, the new leader. John Whitney back to second. Joe Gotze in third. Chad Stapleton has gotten around Joe Brewer for that 4th spot. Your top 2 cars clearing most of the traffic so far. So up front, 2 veterans, Bill Sheets and John Whitney. Sheets tries to slide on the 77 of Arnold. Can't make it stick that time. Whitney goes to the bottom of Bill Sheets. Going to be 5 to go this time by. 5 laps remaining. Bill Sheets up top. John Whitney going to try the bottom. Sheets and Whitney both clear Arnold. They go back to the top of the racetrack. 4 laps remaining this time. Still Bill Sheets out front, John Whitney in second. Joe Gotze in third, but Chad Stapleton's right there on him. Stapleton with a big slide job off of turn number 4. Gotze turns back under him. They got a lap car in between them, but Chad Stapleton going to take over that third position. Meanwhile, out front, Bill Sheets starting to pull away. And now problems for Chad Stapleton. And the caution is going to come out as Chad Stapleton had pulled the big slider, and now he comes to a stop in turn number 4. Going to bring out the caution. Green flag waves, and Gotze tries a slider on Bill Sheets. Not going to happen. Sheets gets away. Gotze settles into second. Joe Brewer in third. Going to be white flag this time by as Bill Sheets going to take the win off of turn number 4. Bill Sheets from 8th to 1st here in the Ike Moeller tune-up event. Joe Gotze comes home in second. Joe Brewer will come home third. The helmet's off. He can hear you. The madman, Bill Sheets. Bill, you've had a couple of fast hot rods this season, but tonight you started in 8th and looked like a little racing old. You and John Whitney out there up front racing hard, and you two have got a lot of laps racing against each other, and you was able to get him through traffic and start pulling away. It's got to feel good when you win a race.
Yeah, we've been struggling all year. We had a rough year. We had motor problems a little bit, and when we started here tonight in hot laps, I was like, man, this thing ain't even running good. We done some jet tuning and everything like that, and it definitely came to life here in the feature time. Yeah, I was just abating time, hoping for traffic, you know, because I knew I couldn't pass him. He was running against the top right there where I needed to be, and I got that opportunity, and I squeezed her in there, and we managed to squeeze it off.
If I recall, last season you showed up here one night, had some engine problems, and parked it in Victory Lane, and I think you went on a little run the next few weeks after that. Is this a little foreshadowing of this Sheets machine over the next couple of weeks?
I'm hoping so. I think we got everything squared away now. Hopefully we can start focusing more on the car and everything, less on the motor, and just start winning now, hopefully.
There he is, your winner, Bill Sheets.